Well, it's September the 20th. It's a little drizzly outside. Ending up of a weather maker. We had some thunderstorms yesterday afternoon. Nothing severe. It's just what it does. We were looking for a half inch of rain, and we didn't get it, of course. But it did rain pretty hard for a half hour maybe. Brought everything up. I was able to, when I come down last night to do my checks in the evening, I was able to start the plant up, generate some power. It ran for about 5-6 hours and then faulted out because of low water, which it's supposed to do that. Today we're not even to set point, so I'm not even going to bother trying to run. Plus, there's no rain in the forecast until probably on Sunday. We've got some cold temperatures coming. We've got some close-ups that we've got to get done today. We are looking at doing lists, getting some of the lists done for the close-ups. Got about 10 of them to do. But no video yesterday. Took my son to the hospital. He had some minor surgery, nothing big. He's recuperating. He's doing very well. So anyways, with all that being said, I've got a couple stories to tell you. Well, number one, my wife always tells me, you didn't hear a thing I said. Well, that is not true. You know, you women out there should pay attention to this. Every man hears every word that you say. We just don't listen. Most of the time, we hear a few words, select words, and then that sparks our attention. Number one, spending money. We hear that. You could be in one room and we'll be in the other. You start talking about spending money. We hear that. Number two, we're going to hear you talk about basically us. Talk bad to your friends about us. We're going to hear that. And number three, you're going to say words like sex. Our attention is there. We're there. Sometimes you'll throw out a word in a conversation and you'll be talking at us because we're not listening. You'll be talking at us and you'll say something like, what do you think of that? Or it's only going to cost this. Well, then our attention's there and we have to try to figure out what you were talking about in the last 10 minutes and get all caught back up before we can really give you an answer. So we'll give an answer like, we'll see. Or, I don't know, what do you think? Safe? So that's... I'm not kidding, ladies. This is what this is our guy thing. We cannot, number one, we cannot multitask. We'll tell you we cannot. We may be able to listen to what you were doing or hear what you're saying and do something else, but we're not compressing it into our brains to pull all that information together. Just not going to happen. We're not that complex. We're pretty simple. So, at least, I can't say every guy, because there are those select guys that can multitask and they can do that kind of stuff. Most of us will be focused on that, and you're over here going like this. We don't hear you. So now that I'm in trouble for that, I'll let you in on another little secret about guys. We don't care. You're going to tell us about your friend who's going through this and that and the other thing. We're going to go, yep. And that's terrible. What's for supper? Are we going to go out to dinner? And when you tell us, when we ask you if you're going, where would you like to eat? And you say, I don't care. We don't either. We'll eat a cheeseburger. We'll be happy. We're going to go pull into some place that we want to eat. And you're going to go, oh, we're going to eat here? Well, yes, because you said you didn't care. But obviously, you do care. So, off on a tangent. That's my pet peeve. My wife will say, I'll say, where do you want to eat? Well, I don't care. And then go, great, we're going to go here. And she'll go, I don't want to eat there. Well, that means you do care. What you should be saying to us is, we can go here, here, or here. Take your pick. We're not complex people. Give us 3 choices. We'll pick one of those. We can't come up with, because, we'll go, hey, Chinese buffet, let's go there and eat. You'll go, I don't like that Chinese buffet. But you didn't care. So, you pick out where you want to eat. Give us 3 choices. We'll be able to figure that out. We'll come up with a plan. Now, you tell us something like, hey, the car's broke, it did this, 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 this. We can tell you what's wrong with it. We can tell you how to fix it. Doesn't mean we're gonna, but that is what we know. Well, it needs one of these. Well, can you put that in? No. Better take it to the shop. And I'm good at that because I know my mechanical skills when it comes to an automobile. Forget it. If you tell me what's wrong with it and point to that part, I can change that part. Other than that, forget it. That ain't gonna happen. Come up with my son. I go, hey Dan, come here. This is broke. This is done in this. He can do that. Not me. I'm not gonna. I fix plumbing. I fix heating. I fix electrical. That's it. You throw out automotive. Not interested in fixing it. I'm not interested in doing it. There are people that do that for a living, and that's what they do. They know how to do that. They're quicker at it. Hopefully, number one, they call the plumber to go, hey, my toilet is doing this, or my dishwasher does this, or my drains aren't working right. Can you fix that? Because, number one, I've got the tools, and I know how to do that. I know the shortcuts. I know the ways around things. I don't know that in automotive. The mechanic does. He goes, oh no, you don't need to take that off. You just need to take this off. Watch, boom, boom, boom. That's why you pay those people. Anyways. So other than that, that's pretty much what I've got for you today. The chickens are fed. The turkey is still doing fine in all by itself. It just seems that it can't get up. It's dizzy. It falls over still. It's eating. It's drinking, and it's doing everything it's supposed to do, and it seems to be fine. I just don't want it around the other chickens because the hens will peck it, and they will, they'll make it bleed, and then once a chicken or a turkey is bleeding, the other chickens will attack it because they like red. Other than that, the young chicks are doing good. The brooder's going to be come Monday. We should start seeing chickens into that, in the incubator rather. But the incubator, that'll be the end of the incubator for the year. We're getting to the point where now our cold temperatures are going to be a hindrance. So once we find out how many chickens we hatch in this batch, we'll call it a year. We'll put the incubator away, and then we'll probably pull it out in 1st of March, somewhere around there, maybe April, and throw a batch of eggs in it and see what happens. But I'm not looking to do a lot of hatching, and a lot's going to depend on what the economy does and how things happen. Because hey, if let's face it, if people want chicks come spring, and I can do a dozen or so, I'll sell them. I can't sex them. I can't tell you what they are, but I can sell you a dozen of straight run chickens. And you have eggs. Other than that, I'm not looking to get into the hatchery business. I'm not looking to do that, but I don't want to have to buy any extra chickens next year for meat chickens when I can hatch some. And if you end up with a 50-50 mix on your chickens, you did fine. Then you've got, if you raise a dozen, you've got 6 roosters, there's meat chickens. So we'll see how that goes. If there's a demand next year and the people are asking me about meat birds, I probably will do a batch. I do batches of 25, but I'll probably do that, and we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I'm going to do mine, and if I have 6-8 roosters, and we call those, that's going to be good. We're going to have to do something with the 3-year-old hens this year or this winter, so we may dispatch some of those as we go along. They will be canned. They're a little tougher meat, but we'll just see how it goes. Not really looking forward to doing that, but it's fiscally responsible. It is farm responsible. We don't need to get crazy and be feeding chickens that just aren't laying eggs. So sounds cruel, but we all have a purpose with them, and that's what our jobs are. Other than that, now next year I'll probably do turkeys again, and I'll probably do it the same way. Order them in June or have them ready for June, and then do 6 or 8 and see how it goes. So far, so good with the turkeys. Depends on that's another one of those depending on how many people contact me at the last minute and say we want a fresh turkey. It depends on what the economy is doing, because hey, let's face it, you get a lot of meat out of a turkey, and they can feed a lot of people for a relatively lengthy time. So if it's something that's needed and required, I will do more. I won't hatch any turkey eggs, because turkeys lay 1 egg a week. That's why you can't buy turkey eggs in the grocery store. They are edible, but how many would you have to produce? If you get a 50-50 ratio on your laying, lay to hatch is 50-50, and you're getting 1 egg a week, that's not good odds. So it takes a lot of turkeys to raise turkeys. So I'm not interested in raising turkeys. I'll buy them, get them from the hatchery, and do it that way. Other than that, there's hundreds of them out in the wild right now, and you can get a license and during turkey season get a couple of them. You put them in the freezer and you're good to go. With that being said, that's all I got for today. Like always, hopefully the sun is shining where you're at, and you guys have a great day.